Ladies and gentlemen, recently the Republicans are on this roll, this failing roll of saying systematic racism don't exist. Well, you got a problem. You know, Systematic racism has been going on for 500 years. So for you to say this in 2020 with the history that your people have is just kind of laughable. And let me just inform you, as a black person that have experienced systematic racism, you are convincing no one. Okay, you are 500 years late on this message, and this message is falling upon deaf ears. Y'all really need to switch to something else. It's not working. So this came out on Slate October 16th, 2020. Joni Ernest tells Iowa voters systematic racism don't exist. So the Republicans are on this kick. I've heard it from a number of them. And it's just laughable that they are on this thing that is absolutely never in a million years going to work. Okay. I don't care where you are on this earth. You have heard about racism in America. So you are a day late and a buck short with this message, for real. So during Thursday, Iowa's Senate debate, Senator Joni Ernest and her Democratic challenger, Teresa Greenfield, were both asked a series of questions about racism. Most of their responses were standard. Neither candidate said they supported defunding the police, and both denounced the looting and rioting that took place during the summer anti-racism protests. A moment of diversions occurred, however, when the candidates they were presented with a question, and they were, you know, talking about systematic racism. So Greenfield gave a pungent answer, explaining she would have been able to sustain her family on Social Security benefits following the death of her first husband without stigma if she were, say, a Black single mother of two. Ernest did not deny that she benefit from white privilege, but she also didn't really answer the question. In a question she did answer a bit earlier, she had staked out a more troubling position. Most people of color in this country have no doubt that systematic racism exists here. Do you agree, Senator Ernest? So she replied, I believe that there are many challenges that have in various systems, but I would not just broadly say that we have systematic racism across the board. Certainly, we have good people that are working in all career fields, and I think it is important to stress that. What kind of bullshit answer is that? Boy, I tell you what, we let these politicians get away with these lame ass answers. That was not a good answer. That was not a good answer. That was a, let me just move on. That was a horrible answer. Okay. Ernest continued to equate systematic racism with racist individuals that she accused Greenfield of believing that police officers are racist, while saying that she herself trusts the goodness of people that are protecting and defending our communities. In her rebuttal, Greenfield said she didn't think each individual officer is racist, but that systematic racism does exist within law enforcement and American writ large. To be clear, do you believe systematic racism exists here? And this is Joni Ernest's answer. No, I don't. I do believe that You will find racist individuals in those systems, but I do not believe the entire systems of people are racist. That is dumb. If the system is ran by people with all kinds of racist biases, then the system would be nothing but racist. Who are you appointing in these high positions? And we know the higher up the ladder you go, you don't see people in the Black community. You don't. You don't even see that on any given job around this country. They may have you sprinkled in here and there, but for the most part, you are not the one running things. You're not. Oh, man. Earnest analysis of racism is wrong. The point of talking about systems is to look at actual effects rather than debating people's personal attitudes. And a plethora of existing quantitative and qualitative and anecdotal data further disproves her outlook. But beyond that, what was clear is Ernest hasn't weighed the political risk association with refusing to address systematic racism in a moment where many Americans are beginning to reckon with and denounce bigotry. This summer, former Rep. Steve King, a known racist, lost his reelection bid in Iowa. Racism isn't doing politicians as many favors as it did in 2016. But Ernest has yet to condemn President Donald Trump as a racist, and the allegiance is likely hurting her in the polls. The Black community leaders have touted meetings, which several times on Thursday are livid that she is being throwing misleading blows at Greenfield by claiming the Democrat said all police are racist when she made it clear that she acknowledged the system of racism within policing. Ernest has also voted against several policy initiatives, such as Obamacare, that matter to her constituents. And there was an Iowa specific flub during the debate when she couldn't provide the price of soybeans. The result of the Senate race could determine whether Republicans maintain control of the chamber. Ernest, who joined the Senate in 2014 as a rising, sorry about that, as a rising star, is trailing by 5% points. Well, I just see this denial of systematic racism. This is going to cost you eventually. It really is. I mean, that is an argument that's going nowhere, and nor will it ever go anywhere. You know, you might not accumulate so much history if you're going to take that position. You are well beyond systematic racism at this point. There ain't no point in denying it. But if you want to go with that dead argument, because that argument is dead on arrival, y'all keep running with it. See where you go. Let's see what happens after the election if all of these Republican senators that are touting that message, let's see if they make it. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.